I've gone through the most significant upheaval of my life to date. So, on the 28th of August 2024, I flew 5,000 kilometers from Sydney to return home. If you were to ask me why I find myself standing here now, the story would have to begin on that very day. That was almost the day I lost everything that I had spent over a decade building. As you can see, I'm in the middle of moving. I had to move out of the home I had lived in for years. I have lost my home. In fact, I've lost everything. I've cried so many times because I have to leave my dog. The things we grow used to eventually become woven into who we are. Letting go feels as if a part of me is slipping away. The whole process of moving has felt like an unraveling of the self, as if every possession packed was a piece of me laid bare. Although there were brief moments when I felt as though I could finally start over, I still found myself unable to move forward, uncertain of what direction to take next. But fate is a strange force. It has a way of almost ruthlessly pushing us to make the decisions we most need to make in life. I suppose I'm still fortunate. When the path ahead is unclear and it feels like there's nowhere left to go, at least there's always the option to return home. It can't fix what's broken inside, but it offers you the space to breathe and the chance to remember what it feels like to be whole again. When everything else falls apart, home remains. I've lived in Sydney for nearly 20 years, and there's nothing of mine left at home, except for this guitar from my childhood. This means that if I choose to settle back home, I'll need to rebuild my life step by step. When my parents renovated this house, they left one floor unfinished, hoping that if I ever came back, I could create a space that truly felt like mine. Honestly, I feel uncertain about settling back home for good. My family encouraged me to go out and reconnect with the environment that shaped me as I grew up. I woke up in a red brick, green-tiled Airbnb nestled in my hometown. Morning sunlight streamed through the window panes, spilling onto the wooden floor. The air carried a faint, woody fragrance like a scent distilled from the passing of time. It was quiet here, undisturbed, wrapped in a tender stillness that felt almost protective. I realized this was a rare opportunity to calm my chaotic thoughts and reflect on the path that lay ahead. I watched the street below, felt the warmth of the morning sunlight, and allowed myself to simply exist. I had no tasks to complete, no schedules to follow, just the rare chance to embrace stillness. I tried to let my emotions flow naturally, no longer forcing myself to be strong or suppressing the lingering pain that refused to leave. Rebuilding a life is one of the hardest things to do. We often rely on comforting words, telling ourselves that everything will get better. But those gentle reassurances rarely provide lasting solace. The only truly effective approach is to confront reality head-on, no matter how harsh it may be. Let go of illusions. Release the grip on what has been lost. And calmly accept the reality before you. Even if it is far from perfect or riddled with unfairness. This is the truth of life. Through this difficult time, I found myself in deep dialogue with my own heart. I whispered a quiet truth. Everything has cracks, that's how the light gets in. Pain always leaves a gift. Home will always be the place I can come back to. But life demands that I move toward the direction I am meant to follow. After spending time healing and finding my calm, I've decided to return to Sydney. I've found a small apartment to call my own. A quiet space where I'll embark on this new chapter of my life. Sometimes, life's greatest challenges and upheavals are destiny's way of guiding us to reimagine our path. It's never easy, but we are so much stronger than we believe. As 2025 approaches, it feels like everything signals a fresh start. The world is vast, and countless beautiful things await our discovery. To you watching this video, no matter where you are or what you're facing, I hope we all find the strength and courage to begin again.